Right, well, it's 7 o'clock. I think we'll get kicked off. For those who don't know me, I'm Simon Lovesey, the joint organiser of the Seldén SailJuice Winter Series. I'm joined by Sebastian, our Principal Race Officer, and Tristan from the club, who's gone incognito, but he is there, and some of you will be familiar with him. Few housekeeping rules. This is being recorded, and will be sort of playback later this evening, and also the notes of the slides, if you can see that. In the chat box, if you've got any questions as we're going through, if you can pop them in there, and we'll try and pick them up as you go. I think everyone should be muted at the moment, but if we bring you in to ask a question or answer a thing, if you can unmute yourself. All right, so we've got quite a bit to go through from the sort of shore side and water side as well, but it's looking like a good weekend. Nearly maxed out on entries and still open, so we might get to the 100, but a good diverse group and a good range of abilities. And it's good to see that Dylan Fletcher, one of our gold medalists from the Olympics, is joining us as well, plus several world champion and national champions. So look for some good sailing. Right, okay, so first thing, obviously this is sort of back under sort of COVID procedures, but good to see sailing is still allowed, but we need to make sure that we're doing the right things to ensure that we show that. So we are adapting some of the procedures. So like, this briefing is online and trying to sort of minimise sort of gatherings and so forth. So all comms will be online. There's a WhatsApp group. I think quite a lot of you joined that. Should be sent an email. Maybe not, let me know. And the official notice board is also online, but we use the WhatsApp just to sort of make any sort of unofficial sort of notices and sort of bits of sort of a dialogue. Right. Okay, so I'll hand over to Tristan. Like last year, there's a bit of a split in the arrival details in our socially distanced world. So Tristan, do you want to talk us through the arrival arrangements?
Yep, no problem. So my name's Tristan. I'm the events coordinator at Datchet. As Simon's saying, just sticking to COVID, as COVID might be slowly picking up again. We just want to make sure not everyone is gathered in the same area at the same time. So those of you might have seen the arrival document. We're splitting the single handers up with the double handers. So the process is there will be car parking marshals located all around the site in high-vis jackets, who will be directing you and helping you with anything you need. Basically, the moral of this is we want all cars and trailers down the bottom. This avoids congestion on the upper level. Cause congestion, and as I was just saying, we don't want everyone together at the same time. So as we come through the gate, bottom left, single handers and double handers will be instructed to go up the up ramp. Single hander offload area and the single hander trailer parking is on the first chicane bend. Okay. The plan is you'll be instructed and given assistance with offloading your boat or your kit, putting your trailer back in the trailer park, and then walking your boat up to the single hander launch area. For any slightly heavier single hander boats, I know we've got a couple, we will have a tow hitch available that is adapted to trolleys, to beach trolleys. And if you've got a tow bar on your car, you can tow it up to the launch area, dump it, and then drive your car back down the bottom. But as I say, for the smaller single handers, we need you to walk your boat up. It is unfortunately a bit inconvenient, but due to COVID and we've got limited space now on the top level due to our windsurf storage development, we haven't got as much room at the top. So when you've dumped your single hander down the corner, follow the one-way system back down to the bottom and park your car in the event parking area. There'll be people down there guiding you in spaces. We're going to try and avoid putting you on near the grass because it is a bit boggy. So that's single handers, and the single hander launch area is down the north slipway. and there is cones and stuff telling you where to go and directions. So double handers.
What time does it open the gate?
Sorry, yes, gates open for competitors at 8:30. Okay, so there'll be people on site before, but we need to just set up and brief car parking and all that. So gates open for competitors 9:30, and there'll be a marshal standing at the gate directing you. So yeah, double handers up the hill to the top. Your offload area is the gravel area. Couple of things that you can't see on here, but we need to be aware of as you're arriving. There are cones on the gravel that is next to the windsurf storage areas. If we could stay to the left-hand side, so the launch area side of those cones, because we'll have club members wanting to get in their windsurf pods during the day. So we just need a bit of space for them. Down the launch area for double handers, there will be a small area towards the slipway that will be coned off while you're storing your boats there before launching. This is so we can get access to the ribs, putting the safety boats in. They should all be done quite early, but just please stay out of the way of those cones or stay to the right hand side of those cones. When we're done with that and all the trailers are stored for the ribs, we can remove those cones. Then the launch area will be open. Of course, we'll be using Delta to launch. So the main flagpole is on the main clubhouse. You'll see it'll be the highest flag. It's currently got a green flag on it. It says Merry Christmas. That will be our Delta launch flag area. So please watch out for a sound signal and Delta to go up before launching. That is to confirm we've got all the safety boats on the water. That is the same for the single handers. Please watch out for Delta. So that's that. Again,
right.
Once you've offloaded your boat for the double handers and taken it to where it needs to be in the storage area, just down towards the launch area, please take your car and trailer, follow the one-way system to the bottom where the event parking and the double-hander trailer parking is. This does avoid all congestion at the top, because jamming 100 people at the top does not work at the moment with us and for COVID. The officials parking. Sorry, Simon, you got some?
I've got a question from Patrick Overs, who I guess is in his single-hander solo, but he sounds like he's bringing a double trailer. Is there any specific requirements for those bringing double trailers? No,
double trailers. The grass area underneath the two boxes that I've written is a very big area. You can park your trailer down the far end of that. Double trailers, whatever trailer it is, it doesn't matter. It can still be parked there.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
And there will be these car park marshals who can help take boats off double trailers and stuff like that. So don't feel you're on your own while doing this. Again, moving around the back of the clubhouse, we have the officials parking. That is coned off for race officials and club management. So yeah, there'll be a car park marshal just watching up here, making sure there's a flow of traffic. And I think so.
Okay.
So that's the event car parking's all down the bottom.
Moving on to important shoreside.
Yeah. So
a bit more open than last year.
Yeah, a bit more open than last year, which is good. Again, as this is inside, please try and stay not in big groups. Of course, we don't want you to suffer and stand out in the cold all day, but we just encourage not sitting in massive groups of 12 at the table and just simple things like that. Going down the list, our toilet facilities, we have men's and women's toilets in the changing rooms. Those who've been here before, you probably know about them. We also have a disabled toilet just in the corridor next to the changing rooms. Changing rooms will be open all day as when the gates are open to the club. They also have hot showers in the back. So there's just a door in the back that says showers, nice hot showers in there. Catering, we have a on-site caterer here that's open 9 till 5. Does hot, cold food, meals, cold drinks, cold snacks, biscuits, the lot. So he's there at your discretion. As say, he closes about 5 o'clock. So if you fancy a bit of hot food when you get off the water, please be quick. Otherwise, you might not see him. Finally, Windsor Lounge is our upstairs lounge. Is a nice area, but as I say, please be COVID safe. Stay a bit social distance if you are up in there. So yeah, I think that's it. Simon, you got anything to add on that?
No, I think that's fine. So yeah, just trying to be as COVID secure as possible, but not uncomfortable. So use myself compromise. Right. Okay. Registration sort of really light touch. So the idea is really you're effectively registering online. So there's links being sent out. If you haven't got a link, let me know, but most have had it now. And if you could just fill in your medical contact detail, any medical conditions, clubs you're aware, and emergency contacts. Also just check things like sale numbers, spellings of names and things like that. And if you're competing as a family team, there's the Craft Insure Family Rankings, which are some great prizes, winning insurance for the winning team. And this is perhaps sailing in the same boat or sailing in different boats, so part of a family. If you can let us know for that, but please make sure you've completed the form before we start racing tomorrow. Most have, but there's a few still to go. And similarly, your youth sailors, we need a youth declaration form filled in. You should have been sent that. Again, it's available on the notice board. For youth sailors, you make sure you fill this in and hand it in at the office. I think Tristan was saying, didn't it?
Yeah, that's it. We'll have a tray available at the club office. So just come to a reception window, and one of us will be in here to take that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Registration is completed by really picking up your tracker. This tells us we know you've arrived and you're there. You need to carry the tracker as part of the SIs whilst afloat, but we're just using this really as a tally system that we know you're there. And make sure you return it to the club terrace. We collect it after racing within the protest time. We do need them back, and again, it acts as a tally. Mountain tracker, preferably on the mast. Single handers relatively high near the boom. Double handers can be sort of perhaps below deck level or whatever, but again, make sure it's got clear line of sight. Again, sort of light touch for things like the race office, scoring queries. You can email info@sailracer.co.uk, give us as much information, race numbers, what you think is wrong, any boats that might be there. We can obviously investigate that, look at the tracking and things like that. Protest forms, I think we're saying collect from the office, Tristan, is it?
Yeah, protest forms will be available here in the office, yeah.
Phil there, we've got Chris Simon as our head of jury, well-known sort of a rules expert.
Yeah, sorry, Simon, just popped up here. We've got a question from Jane Sunderland. Do we have to fill out a specific family registration form?
No, if you notice on the registration sheets, that puts you into the family rankings. I think there's a few Sunderlands out, so they'll be up for that prize, but they can check it off the email. But yeah, that's
okay.
No one done. Right, okay. That's that. Right, I think get over to our PRO, Sebastian, to talk us through the racing.
Yeah, thank you very much, Simon. And welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. And we've got some good wind, so yay, sailing. Forecast at the beginning of the week wasn't that great, so it's picking up a bit, which is fantastic. But first of all, thank you to SailJuice, thank you to Simon, thank you to Andy, for choosing to kind of stay with us at Datchet. It's lovely to have you. It's a great series. You're doing a great job, and it's great to be part of the community. So thank you for coming to Datchet again. You've met Tristan. John Senior is also part of the team hosting you on the weekend. So we'll be doing as much as we can to have some great races. We've been through the rules, of the club and the facilities. We've got some good wind in the forecast. Saturday is going to be slightly lighter. I've got 7 to 9 knots with a southwesterly backing to a southerly, so we might have to change the course as we go. Sunday's looking like a nice steady. This is our forte at Datchet. We like a southwesterly in terms of direction. Just briefly, in terms of setting the course for Saturdays as the straightforward trapezoidal, there will be 2 starts. So, we've got good numbers. We're up to sort of the 70 odd mark at the moment. And you've got on your screen the division of the classes. Numerals 1 and 2 will be used for the different starts. So numeral 1 for start 1, numeral 2 for start 2. Should be straightforward. And as per the sailing instructions, 3, 2, 1, go. That should be quite understandable. For the Sunday race, for the pursuit, we've had a few inquiries about the sequencing. So for the Sunday, the initial, the first starters are the topaz, are the slower boats. These are the minutes after which you have to start. So on the back of the committee boat, on Lilybet, on the back of the committee boat, we will be posting the minute starts. You need to be aware of what your start sequence is on the Sunday.
We probably need to explain, Sebastian, that it's a split start, isn't it? It's effectively 2 races going on, so it's a split pursuit race. So it's not like the Bloody Mary or the Tiger Trophy where everyone's together. So it's basically 2 races going on at the same time. That's correct.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. So just be aware of your timing sequence. We are going to try and monitor it as much as we can, but Simon has got the GPS behind him. So you might protest as much as you want, but the GPS tracker is going to keep an eye on you. So do try and stick to the times, please.
Yeah. One thing we need from the average lap finishing, that if people can cross the line and keep going on their course and not dip back instantly, it helps the recording process and keeps the finish line clear.
So yeah, what we're asking you is, once you've finished, don't just turn back and go back to shore or wait for the next lap. Continue sailing in your proper course for another 20 seconds is the recommended one, and the data will be that clearer. If we've had instances previously where people kind of just dipping back, it gets confused. So if you could stay on course a little bit after 20 seconds if possible after the finish, it allows you to keep clear of the finish line as well. So that's a request from me, please.
Yeah. So we've had a question, Simon, came and to Sebastian. Wasn't clear on the sailing instructions if the second warning is the same time as the previous start, or 1 minute gap between the start and the next warning.
So there's a minute difference between the start of race 1 and the warning signal for race 2. So hopefully that's clear.
Yeah.
So the start of race 1 doesn't indicate the starting sequence of the race 2. There'll be a minute's difference between the 2.
Right. Okay. And then on Sunday, George asks, is it a 3, 2, 1 go to the 0 start, i.e. the toppers and arrows?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's as per the sailing instructions. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we're trying to start at 11 o'clock, are we? Is that the aim, Sebastian?
So we have, oh God, yes. Thank you, Simon, for putting me on the spot here. Yeah. We've got, where are my sailing instructions? So I thought Saturday, first warning signal 11:55. Sunday is at 10:55.
Yeah. Okay. So the pursuit race. Yeah. Okay. So that's we'll try and keep the pursuit race on time. Right. Okay. Nick Craig has asked a question about if there's a general recall on start 1. What happens next?
Okay. So thank you very much for that question. Against my own judgment, I have been told that we should start race 1 and then go for race 2. Start 1, start 2. Apologies. If in my view, if you're going to be over the line and mess about, we should push you to the back but the general consensus is that we will restart race 1 first, or and then race 2 will follow. Of course, if race 2 has got a general recall, they will just have to wait and start later. On that note, and thank you for the question, again, against my advice, I would like to start you all on a P, give you the chance to be fair and square. But apparently, big fleets like this, and we've got the 420s, no disrespect for the 420s, but you might be trying to push your luck. So we are going on to you straight away. Yes, that still doesn't kind of disqualify you completely, but it does mean that if the few of you who are on course side will be disqualified for that particular race.
So we're keen to get the races away quickly. I mean,
we have short days. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, we are close to the winter solstice. We've got short days. The aim is to get, three races on Saturday, 40 under the 45 minutes, and have, some good fun. The wind is a bit fickle, so I'm struggling a bit with that. Saturday looks a bit more consistent, but we don't have that many starts. So yeah, the aim is to get you out there doing some good racing.
Right. Okay. So I think we've covered the pursuit race in terms of that. One slight difference, obviously, on the course, isn't it, Sebastian?
Yes. Thank you, Simon. Yeah. So a bit of debate in terms of, I don't know how many of you were here 2 years ago. I was the race officer then, and I can only apologize for what happened on that day. We don't want that to happen again. So in terms of we are going to go around the cans. We've got a prominent southwesterly, so that works well. We are aiming to do a port rounding course. We will be anchored towards the north around B or C, and we will set a course. This will be, I want to leave it, we had a lot of debate about this. I would like to leave it until Sunday morning, as per the race instructions. We'll be there nice and early, 8:30, 9 o'clock, monitoring the conditions. And we want to set a nice course that you've got a good distance around. The forecast is for, 9 gusting, 15, 16. So, we can, there's a good, we can get around. We've got a good reservoir. You can get around fast. We're going to use the whole reservoir. We're going to use a sort of anti-clockwise course. We will post it early Sunday morning once we've read the conditions, and you'll get all of that information. It will be posted online. It will be posted on the announcement boards, in the club, and we will have a board at the back of the committee boat of Lilybet showing what the course is. Additionally to that, we will have a rib that will direct the starters, the toppers, around the course. So it should be very legible.
Okay, good. So yes, I think for the moment people can familiarise themselves where the boys are, and perhaps have a look out for them on Saturday, and post the course early
on the day. We will have big orange buoys or blue buoys, around it will be evident which is the course to follow. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And coming to the end of the presentation, anyone dipping any questions anymore? But the prize giving will be on Thursday online. Again, sort of COVID sort of situation. We don't really want to be hanging around in the clubhouse on Sunday, so it gives a bit more chance. And hopefully everyone can join us on next Thursday online. We'll send invites out to that. That's sort of a web address. I think, any more questions before we dip off? Okay. I think that's it. So thanks, Sebastian and Tristan, and we look forward to joining everyone tomorrow.
Brilliant. Well, very looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, guys.
Okay, thanks very much.
Good night.
Everyone,
Okay.
see you later.
Okay, bye.